Hello modelayers and welcome back to another video. In today's video I will be continuing with part 2 of installing the motor mount springs. I hope you enjoy the video. So as I mentioned in the previous video, there's supposed to be this metal, it's another type of spring but it's flat, and you can see the yoke for the front engine mount goes, the stud goes through there, and this sits, and that's where the two springs sit. The coil springs, they sit on those little divots. But unfortunately mine had these springs right here, and they didn't have any of this original hardware. So my plan was to take off the pulley and take out the yoke and then slide this under it and install the new springs. Well, there are two styles of pulleys. There's this one, which is one piece, and then there's a two-piece pulley. Well, the one piece, which is original, you can only remove it if the radiator is out of the car, because there won't be enough room to pull it out. There won't be enough clearance. So we can't do that. So unfortunately, I will not be installing the original style flat springs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up the springs that were already on it, and I'm going to install these, reinstall these rather, and then I'm going to put the new, the bushing and the bolt, etc. Because I really, I'm not taking out the radiator, at least not now. But I will put in the correct style once I do have to take out the radiator, which won't be for a long time. So that's where we're at right now. Okay, so I cleaned up the springs a little bit with a wire brush. I mean, they're not really that bad. I wanted to replace them because they're rusty. I didn't even know that I had the incorrect setup. And it was like, they were weakening, so it was hard to get the fan belt on and off. So we're going to put that on hold for now though, because, well, I do want to readjust my hood alignment. I have a club meeting in today, so in about 2 weeks, our first club meeting of the year, and I'd like to take this, but I want it to be ready. So we're just going to put this back how we found it, replace some of the stuff, and go from there. So we're going to place the springs under the yoke. There is a little like notch. I can't show it to you because it's under the yoke, but there is a little thing where the spring holds onto. Yeah, it's right there. And then once it's on that, you're going to align that with the block of the engine right here. Sorry if my hand's in the way. Well, you don't need to worry about that yet. But now I'm going to do the other side and then show you what's next. So you can see that both of the springs are installed now. Now I'm just putting on the bolts. The other side, you can see the bolt is somewhat in, but I'm going to tighten those up. Make sure you get them tight. And then now I'm going to show you the installation of the bottom castle nut and spring. Before I show you the stud attachment, I wanted to make a comment. Rick Black mentioned in the comment in the part 1 video that you do not want to jack it up too high because it'll mess with the splash pans. So just keep that in mind as you're jacking it up. You only want to jack it up as far as you need to get the springs out and no more. Also now, if you have weak springs like I found out I had, before you lower the jack, put on your fan belt. The next thing that we're going to do is slowly lower your jack, because now that the springs are in place, we don't need that. So you're going to very slowly let it out. Like that. Okay, now that you've lowered it down, now we can install the bushing. The brass bushing goes right up there, and it'll fit into that little thing. And then your spring and your castle nut. So it's kind of hard to do upside down, but you have to put your bushing and then your spring and then your castle nut. Okay, once you've gotten the bolt somewhat on, now you're going to tighten it until one of the holes in the castle nut lines up with the cotter pin hole. And there we go. Now the cotter pin is installed, and that's ready. So that's part 2 of how to replace a motor mount springs. And I didn't really even do that, but I hope this video was helpful in case you do try to do that, replace that on your Model A. And I will hopefully eventually replace them with the correct springs. But for now, that's all we're going to do. But I hope this video was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you really enjoy this channel and would like to support it, please consider becoming a member. It really helps me out to make these videos, etc. But thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.